Forgive me guys for I have sinned. I haven't been uploading this for quite a little while, but we've managed to go ahead and grow it out. I think it was canola over here. We've got a lot of work to do. I've also downloaded one mod, which is a mod pack with a lot of John Deere trucks or tractors supposedly. So we're going to have a closer look at that. This doesn't look all too much like canola. What the hell is this? Unless the textures have changed, which I'm not... Yeah, it is canola. Anyways, I'm not quite sure where we left off last episode. That's pretty much because there's some other series that I've been going ahead and playing. Hopefully you've been enjoying them as well. To me, it just makes a lot more sense to play or continue on series. The ones that get a lot more views. And obviously SimCity's doing really well. Whereas this, I'm actually quite surprised it's not doing all that well. So that's why it got put on the back burner for a bit. The episodes might be a bit sporadic because I do want to go ahead and obviously play the games which are much more successful, because that obviously means that a lot more people want to watch that. And apart from that, let's go get cracking on this field. We are going to be trying to make more money. I've also got a lot of money. So while we're here waiting for this harvester to continue on his work, see, I'm saving up money, but I'm not really sure what we should get first, a field or a new harvester. But Kramers, the IH Farmall, they're all new. Ursus, haven't really had a closer look at the Ursus ones, but I think if we go, there we go, mods by brand, John Deere. Then placeable mods, there we go. Yeah, these are the only tractors anyway. There's only 2 in the pack, alright. And this was, I'll put a link down below, from LSUK. It's one of their top mods. It's supposedly got a lot of polygons, or both these textures. So, got the John Deere 6170. See what he's got. The front tires. Is that the tire pressure or something? And the size of them. Michelin Mac X Bib. And the maintenance $100 a day, whereas this is $110. With sensational suspension, unprecedented cab visibility, and diesel-only PowerTech PVX engine that meets Stage 3 B emission standards all by itself. The 6210R sets new standards for comfort, convenience, and performance. Max speed is 50 kilometers. This is both 50 kilometers and 9,550 kilograms it can carry at the hooks. All right, it doesn't really seem like it's all that good. This guy seems to have been finished his little road that he's been working on. So let's go ahead and get the tractor with the trailer. Get all of that canola, which will sell for a good amount of money. And people have been telling me in the comments that what I've been going to, that I think is a train station, is not actually the train station. So it's all been a lie, supposedly. Which is quite upsetting, really. But it does look like the bloody train station. So I think the train station, let's have a look back at the map. I don't know where else the train station could be. I'm at a loss as to where it could be. So that kind of sucks. We've got all these implements over here. Let's see how much Field 15 costs. Like, of course we can wait for an auction, but auctions, they pretty much start off, you have to play the game for a lot after you boot it up. The way it works is like, with auctions and great demands, if you only play it for like half an hour sections each, then the game won't, or in real time, if you play it on super fast mode, then you'll come across some things. But yeah, the great demands and auctions are all scheduled at certain hours, and it's after a couple of hours after you start the game up, if that makes any sense. In the meantime, this is $286,000. We've got just enough money. You know what? Let's do it. We don't want to get in the truck. We want to go in here. Buy this. Thank you. Alright. So now we've got this massive field as well. It is really, really big. Not as big as Field 18 though. That's a weird looking field. Let's see how our other guy is doing. 50% there. Alright. That's not too bad. So, you. Go ahead and... I must have some other sowers. If not, I'll bring this guy up. No, we've got the other sower that cultivates the field as well. I don't know why I haven't sold this thing yet then. Weird. I would have thought that I would have already sold it. But for whatever reason, we didn't. Also, probably should sell that cultivator then, because this sower already cultivates for us. Even though when you have a freshly bought field, you don't need a cultivate or plow or anything. Well, I guess you can plow, because that supposedly improves yield, but I don't think it's worth it, because you can't set a worker to plow yourself. Like, you have to plow it yourself instead of getting the worker to do it for you. And it's really finicky. So I've got the John Deere mod, but we won't really be getting any of those new tractors yet. Also should be looking at some other mods. There's the Courseplay mod I want to check out. That's going to take a bit of time to get used to it though, so I'll have to do a bit of researching off screen. Right, let's set this guy up. We might as well, gosh, well, it's a bit too late now. We'll get canola. Whatever. Alright, this guy's finished. Let's go over to him. Thankfully this trailer now can carry quite a bit more. And supposedly this game also came out on the iPad as well. And on the, yeah, Android, and or maybe the Android store, Google Play Store. But definitely on the Apple's iTunes store. Which is pretty exciting. I really haven't had a closer look at the tablet version of this game. I couldn't imagine it being all that good, running as smoothly as it does on computer though. Here it runs a very smooth 60 frames a second, but unfortunately YouTube only renders out the videos at 30 frames. Hopefully that'll change one day. But you're pretty much doubling the size of the videos if you're gonna be uploading them. Well, you can upload at 60 frames, but YouTube just slows the video down to 30 frames, is how it works. So it cuts down a bit on the bandwidth that they need on the servers, which I guess makes sense. They're gonna make money as well, but I'm sure they, well, I know they make a crap ton of money. After all, they're one of the world's biggest businesses. Jeez, this field is really big. It's gonna take us a good, like, hour at least just to get this field done. So let's have a look at the crops that we've got. We don't really have much of anything. Haven't delivered my canola yet. Mind you, this is fertilized canola as well. So you can see the field there is a little bit browner, darker than the already harvested one. So we can sell our sugar beets, although they aren't going to go for very much at all. So I think we might as well keep slugging it out over here. Am I accepting missions? That is a question that I should have answered. Let's do it every 2 minutes. I can deny them if they're annoying. And supposedly, I was reading some other mods, there's some maps with carrots. What I've always wanted is some map with some extra crops and all. So that obviously would be a bit more exciting with something new, maybe some new vehicles that specifically harvest to that one crop, like carrots. I don't know what you'd get to harvest carrots. I guess obviously you don't do it by hand, but that'd be pretty cool to see. Alright, so at the moment we ain't doing all that much. But what I could do as well is, with the money that we have, let's go to, where are we going? What can we buy animals? It's not going to be sorted by machine type. Here we go, animals. $40 a chicken. I can buy a few. It's still $1,500. There we go. So I'll have some chicken eggs. This guy's done, almost. Let's go back. So we haven't really delivered any of the canola, and we're about a third of the way in, I'd say. So this will give us 12,000 canola. Not that much. Definitely need a better harvester though. Let's see if we've got any other tractors laying about after this. I don't think I do. When's he slowing down? Any moment now. There. No. There we go. Now it's slowed down. Let's get out of the way for him to go ahead and harvest the rest of the field. Trunk trap. An elephant has run away, and now the owners are trying to lure it out of the woods. Deliver a few crates of peanuts. How can I say no to a mission like that? Bloody hell. It's like the kangaroo that was caught running around somewhere in America. Stray kangaroo in the middle of nowhere. On a country road or something like that. As you do. Except this is a bloody elephant. In the forest. In Southern America. Not quite sure what to think of that. Not sure if the developers actually know what's in America. I'm sure it's just a joke. Maybe it's even a reference to something real. I don't think it is though. Let's go inside. With the taking up half the screen. I hate this because it's a front wheel drive as well. Makes it so much harder to align yourself with everything. But I don't think you'd really call this a front wheel drive, but there's no doubt a special name for vehicles like this. As we go down through these little pine trees, or whatever, cypress trees maybe they are. We're gonna have a look at the shop because I'm pretty sure you can place trees unless that was a mod, which wouldn't surprise me. But I think it was one of those mods that Giants made themselves. They can just go ahead and install, and it's not really that much of a hassle or anything. Alright, so the crates down there, we might as well chuck a shortcut and hope for the best. As in that we don't get stuck. Let's go out this way. Seems like the safest bet. Here we go. We've got a jump specifically made for us. Beautiful. That cuts down a bit on the time. Bit of a drive though. Before we accept the mission, let's go out over to this guy because he's probably going to be stopping any moment now. Xbox One is also coming out in the next couple of days, which I'm getting, which is very, very exciting. Looking forward to Zoo Tycoon. I'm sure most of you guys would be too. I remember doing Zoo Tycoon 2 about a year ago now on my channel, but that was on PC. It seems like they've babyfied up the game. Made it a lot simpler for children, I guess. At least it's not like one of those Kinect garbage games though. It seems like it's going to be half decent. And hopefully I'll grow to like it. It seems like it's got really good graphics. Which is something that Zoo Tycoon's never really had. Because, at least in comparison to now. You're pretty much done, I hope. Okay. Still got a long way to go. Alright, let's go over to you. As the American flag waves proudly in the background. Yes, that's what we bought on the Xbox version of the game. That's the field that we bought. It's a bit small. It's going to take us a little long to... I'm surprised how far I actually went in the Xbox version of the game. It's definitely not a game for Xbox though. But I guess the people that don't have a computer that can run this game can of course play this on Xbox. I think that's the crates. Yep. Interesting bunch of peanuts. I guess it is dark brown, so there's a positive. Let's go and line this all up. Right, that should be good enough. Hopefully it's not too tall. It shouldn't be though. Perfect. Wow, that's like the best I've ever done. Alright. Let's lift it all the way up like that. We're going all the way over to the other side of the map. Actually, we've already been here though. It's not too bad of a drive. Let's drive over the lady just for good measure as well. There we go. Look, that could have ended very badly for us. Thankfully, both little poles on the forklift are still intact, holding the peanuts up without any problems. So I was going to say, I'm quite disappointed at how this series was going. So that's why we've put this on the back burner, and we've played a lot of SimCity lately. It's been doing very, very well. Then again, SimCity's a pretty epic game as well. Even with all the problems, it's still quite addictive, and I guess lots of people haven't bought it because of the problems that EA and Origin have had with it. So instead, they go and watch Let's Plays, which is good for me, of course. Anyway, we're about halfway through. These are really big fields. They just seem so big, but I think Hagenstad was just as large of a map. It's maybe that I think Hagenstad had a lot more smaller fields to it. Probably had a lot more like open areas as well, because it had a golf course in there, had like a cemetery, campsite and islands, a couple of rivers going through it. Had a lot more just open, well, not open space, but I guess space which you couldn't plant and grow crops on. There we go, over there. Clearly there's no forest in sight, but a mission is a mission, and I drastically need that money. Unless we'd want to sell something, which I don't want to do. Hopefully this doesn't bore you to death doing missions. I don't think they are the most exciting to watch, at least. Let's go back inside. So I'll try to stop them, but I absolutely had to do that mission though. I think what I might do is I might have like just 1 day a week which I upload Farming Simulator or something like that, like maybe an hour episode or so. You receive $8,600 and 1,344 extra. That's cool. So I almost got $10,000 then. You guys can stay there. This guy's no doubt done. Yep. Now we've halfway filled this trailer up. So it definitely takes a long time to fill it up. Thankfully, unlike the other trailer, which you could only really fill it up about 3 times with this harvest, and then you have to go deliver it to the silos. That's not the case over here anymore. There's a nifty mod that I was looking at, FSUK as well. It allows you to dump whatever you've got in a trailer wherever you want. Which is a bit weird, because like, I think it might have only been sugar beets and stuff. No, I think it might have been everything actually, but like, what would happen if I wanted to drop off my canola right here, right now, just on this ground? How would I pick it back up? I don't have the slightest clue. I don't think it really explained it on the mod description or anything. Actually, we have this trailer here as well. We're going to be able to connect it up. Let's have a look. Wait until the crops go out. No, it doesn't sound like this has the connection for it. So off we go back again. Let's see, should I sell the sugar beets or not? Might as well, right? I mean, we're gonna get the money one way or another. No, I'm not gonna take that. We've already done one mission. One mission is enough. More than enough. Alright, so we're not even gonna be able to carry all of the sugar beets. And I don't have the slightest idea of where we're gonna be driving to. The flour mill. So people were saying that the place that I thought was the train station is the flour mill, which to me doesn't make any sense, but okay, because the place that we always go to that I think is the train station has a train on it, and it seems like it's got a train station as well, which is obviously why I go there when I think I'm going to the train station, but for whatever reason, it's not. I'd love someone to tell me where the actual train station is. I think it might be. If it's not here, then it will be on the top left of the map. Somewhere there. So this is the flour mill. Because that building's a mill. Over there. Yeah, I guess, well, just because there's a train on it doesn't mean it's a train station, but it definitely makes it confusing. There's no sign up here that's a flour mill though, but it does look like a mill. Yeah, so I think next to field number 5 is where the train station might be then. There we go, get some quick, cheap money. Don't tell me we're stuck. Oh no, what's going on? We are stuck. Thankfully, where there's a will, there's a way. Oh, it's not a good time to stop on the train tracks. There we go. As soon as we got a bit of momentum going, it's all a lot easier to get the ball rolling. All right. Doing some tricks over here. So where are we going? Back over to our home base, field 16. No doubt our harvester's already done his job. So we're going to have to shut him up. We might also visit our chickens. I remember there were like 50 or so spots where the chicken eggs spawn. And like if you let the game run, then you could like see where all the 50 spots are. Just running around here, hope for the best. Although, because we are playing in real time, they haven't laid any eggs. So I guess we need to speed time up. So yeah, next up, we should be getting another harvester. A much better one. We'll sell this. I think if we sell the header and the actual harvester itself, it's about $50,000 that we'll make. So we still need to wait around a little bit. Wait for all of this canola and maybe that canola field to grow out. Now we should be close to being ready, at least. Got lots of work to do though. Right, you're done. I'm not going to accept that mission. Can't even see the edge of this. There it is. Definitely a long way to go. Wonder how much litres of petrol would go into just doing this field. Quite a bit. Although thankfully it doesn't go down our petrol because we've got a worker hired, so he does all the buying of the seeds. Because I have 0 crops, as you might be able to tell, but he's still sowing, obviously. The ground texture is changing. There's still some comments, just people say you're an absolute noob because I haven't filled up the sower, but it still works like that, believe me, folks. We've done it many a time. Many a time. It's pretty much the only way out. Sow my fields, really. This guy's working well as well. I like the open feel of this harvester, though. Definitely wouldn't want to fall in there, though. That would be quite tragic. But that is going to be it, I think, for this episode. We've done quite a bit through, like, just selling stuff, buying stuff, and we've set ourselves up for success in the future, even though it's going to take a little while with this slow harvester. But until next time, guys, I'll see you later, and we'll be back hopefully much sooner than the previous break between episodes.